Namaste and welcome to the online maths class. We have studied algebraic expressions, their addition, subtraction, multiplication and division in earlier classes. You also have studied how to factorize some algebraic expressions and their use in factorization. In this section, we shall start our study with a particular type of algebraic expression called polynomial and the terminology related to it. First of all, let us have a quick review on what we have learned so far. Let us begin by recalling that a variable is denoted by a symbol that can take any real value. Normally, we use the letters x, y, z to denote variables. So, variables are denoted by the letters x, y, z, etc. Okay. Notice that 2x, 5x, 1 by 2x, minus 6x, all these are algebraic expressions. All these expressions are of the form a constant into x. A constant into x. Here first example 2 into x. 2 is a constant, x is the variable. 5x, 5 into x, 1 by 2 into x, minus 6 into x. Okay. Now suppose we want to write an expression which is a constant into a variable. A constant into a variable. And we do not know what the constant is. In such cases, we write the constant as a, b, c, etc. That is, it is denoted by small letter a, b, c, etc. For example, ax, some by or something like that. Okay. However, there is a difference between a letter denoting a constant and a letter denoting a variable. Clear? The values of a constant remains the same throughout a particular situation. That is, the value of constant do not change in a given problem, but the value of a variable can keep changing. Now consider a square of side 5 units. Let us take a square of side 5 units. What is its perimeter? You know that the perimeter of a square is the sum of the length of its 4 sides. Here each side is of length 5 units and so its perimeter is 4 into 5. Perimeter is equal to 4 into 5 which is equal to 20 units. Okay. What will be the perimeter if each side of the square is 10 units? The perimeter is 4 into 10 which is equal to 40 units. Clear? In case the length of each side is x units, then the perimeter is given by 4x units. Perimeter is equal to 4x units. If the side is x units, then the perimeter will be what? 4x units. So we can conclude as the length of side varies, the perimeter also varies. Clear? Can you find the area of the square ABCD? Here the side of the square is x units. So the area will be x into x, that is x square units. Okay, we know area of square is side into side. So here the side is x. So x into x, it will be equal to x square. So x square units. Now x square is an algebraic expression. You are also familiar with other algebraic expressions like 3x, 4x square, 5x cube, minus 6x raised to 4, etc. Note that all the algebraic expressions we have considered so far have only whole numbers as the exponents of the variable. That means the power of each variable is a whole number. Expressions of this form are called polynomials in one variable. In the examples above, the variable is x. Here the variable is x. For instance, x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 8 is a polynomial in the variable x. So it is a polynomial in the variable x. Clear? And 3y square plus 5y is a polynomial in the variable y. And t cube plus 4t square plus 5t plus 8 is a polynomial in the variable t, and so on. Okay, so in the polynomial 3y square plus 5y, the expressions 3y square and 5y are called terms of the polynomial. Terms of the polynomial. Similarly, the polynomial x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 8, in that polynomial x cube, 3x square, 5x and 8 are called the terms of the polynomial. That means this polynomial have 1, 2, 3, 4 terms, and in this example the polynomial have 2 terms, 1, 2 terms. Okay, that means the variables or constants separated by plus or minus sign. Plus or minus symbol is called terms of the polynomial. Okay, is that clear? Can you write the terms of the polynomial? Minus x cube plus 7x square plus 5x plus 8. Can you say the terms of the polynomial? Here the terms are minus x cube, 7x square, 5x and 8. That means the term in the sense means the variables or constant, these algebraic expressions separated by the symbol plus or minus. Okay, each term of a polynomial has a coefficient. Here look at the first term. Here minus x cube is the first term, and what is the coefficient of minus x cube? It is minus 1. Minus x cube means minus 1 into x cube. Okay, so the coefficient of x cube is what? Minus 1. Coefficient of x cube is minus 1. So the coefficient means the constant which is multiplied together with the variable. Okay, that is what is called a coefficient. So in the second term, what is the coefficient of x square? It is 7. Okay, coefficient of x square is 7, and here the coefficient of x is what? 5. And what is the coefficient of x raised to 0? So in this polynomial the constant term is 8. Okay, the constant term is 8, and this 8 can be rewritten as 8x raised to 0. As you know, x power 0 is equal to 1. Any non-zero number power 0 will be equal to what? 1. Okay, so using that we can rewrite 8 as 8 into x power 0. So coefficient of x raised to 0 in this polynomial will be 8. Understood? Now can you say the coefficient of x square in x square minus x plus 7? Coefficient of x square in this polynomial, it is nothing but 1. Here no number is written, that means 1x square. Okay, 1 into x square is x square, that is why we don't write 1 there. Okay, so the coefficient of x square is 1, and the coefficient of x is what? Minus 1. Clear? Minus 1. We have to say the number together with the sign of that particular number, minus 1. Understood? Now the number 2 is also a polynomial. 2 is also a polynomial. and the numbers 3, -5, 8, etc. These are also examples of polynomials and they are called constant polynomials. Constant polynomials. Okay, and the polynomial 0, the constant polynomial 0 is called zero polynomial. It's very important. The constant polynomial 0 is called what? Zero polynomial. This plays a very important role in the collection of all polynomials, as you will see in the higher classes. Okay. Now consider the algebraic expressions such as x plus 1 by x, then root x plus x square, and some cube root of y plus y square. Consider the first example, x plus 1 by x. Here x plus 1 by x we can written as x plus x raised to minus 1. This 1 by x we can rewrite as x raised to minus 1 using the result a raised to minus m is equal to 1 by a raised to m. Using this rule we can change 1 by x as x raised to minus 1. And here the exponent of the second term, that is exponent of x raised to minus 1 is what? Minus 1, and it is not a whole number. That means this is not a polynomial. Okay, in a polynomial the exponent or the power of each and every variable is a whole number. That must be a whole number. Okay, now look at the second example, root x plus x square. This can be written as root x. Root x means root x can be written in power form as x raised to 1 by 2. Okay, that is x raised to 1 by 2 plus x square. And in this case take the first term. Here in the first term the exponent is 1 by 2. Exponent is 1 by 2 and it is not a whole number. So the second one also not a polynomial. Okay, and if we take the third one, cube root of y plus y square. Here also cube root of y can be written as y raised to 1 by 3, then plus y square, and here the power 1 by 3 is not a whole number, so it is also not a polynomial. Understood? Now we can discuss how can we denote a polynomial in the variable x. If the variable in a polynomial is x, we may denote the polynomial by p of x, or we can write q of x or r of x, etc. Okay, for example, p of x is equal to some x cube plus 3x square plus 2x plus 5, and some q of x is equal to x square plus 5x, and r of t is equal to t cube plus 3t square, and s of y is equal to y cube plus 3y plus 5. So in the first two example the variable is x, so we can say that p of x and q of x are polynomials in the variable x. And in the third example the variable is t, so we can say that r of t is a polynomial in the variable t. And in the last example s of y, here the variable is y, so we can say that s of y is a polynomial in the variable y. Clear? Now a polynomial can have any finite number of terms. For instance, we can consider, write an example, x raised to 146 plus x raised to 145 plus x raised to 144 plus etc. plus x square plus x plus 1. Here there are 147 terms in this polynomial. Okay, you can look at the power. Here the power is 1. So count the terms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 144, 145, 146, and here one more term. Last one more term is there. So totally the number of terms will be how much? 147. Okay. Now consider the polynomials 2x cube, 5x square, 3t square, 5y, 8s square. Okay, look at these polynomials. Do you see that all these polynomials has only one term? Yes, polynomials having only one term are called monomial. Monomial. Mono means one. Okay, polynomials having only one term are called monomials. Now observe the following polynomials: 2x cube plus 5x square, 5x square plus 6x, 3t square plus 4t, etc. How many terms are there in each of these? Each of these polynomials has only two terms. Okay, and the polynomials having only two terms are called binomials. Binomials. Bi means two. Binomial. Bi meaning two. Okay. Similarly, the polynomials having only three terms are called what? Trinomials. The polynomials having three terms are called trinomials. Tri means three. For example, trinomials examples: x square plus 2x plus 3, y cube minus 3y square plus 8, z square plus 5z plus 2. Okay. Now look at the polynomial 3x raised to 7 plus 5x raised to 6 plus 3x plus 8. Okay. So here, what is the term of the highest power of x? Term with the highest power, it is 3x raised to 7. 3x raised to 7, and the exponent of x in this term is what? 7. Exponent is 7. Similarly, in the polynomial 5y raised to 4 plus 6y square plus 10. In this polynomial, what is the term with the highest power of y? It is nothing but 5y raised to 4, and the exponent of this term will be 4. Okay, here the exponent is 7 and here the exponent is what? 4. We call the highest power of the variable in a polynomial as degree of the polynomial. Degree of the polynomial. Okay. So the degree of the polynomial 3x raised to 7 plus 5x raised to 6 plus 3x plus 8 is 7. Here the degree is 7. And the degree of the polynomial 5y raised to 4 plus 6y square plus 10 is, here the degree is 4. Okay. That means the degree of the polynomial, we mean the highest power of the variable in the polynomial. Is that clear? Now look at these examples. We have to write the degree of each of the polynomials. Okay. First one is x raised to 5 minus x raised to 4 plus 3, and here the highest power of the variable involved is what? 5, and the degree is 5. Okay. The second one is 2 minus y square minus y cube plus 2y raised to 8, and here the highest power is 8, so the degree is 8. And in the last one, it is a constant. That means this 2 can be written as 2x raised to 0. Okay, and the degree is 0. So you have to remember two important things. One is the degree of a constant polynomial is 0. Degree of a constant polynomial is 0. And the second one is the degree of a zero polynomial is not defined. Okay, the degree of a constant polynomial, the numbers, any number, we can say 5, 3, minus 2, something like that, that all are called constant polynomials, and the degree of constant polynomial is what? 0. And degree of a zero polynomial means the number 0 itself is called what? Zero polynomial, and the degree of that polynomial, that zero polynomial, is not defined. Understood? Now observe the polynomials. P of x is equal to 4x plus 5, Q of y is equal to 2y, R of t is equal to t plus root 2, S of u is equal to 3 minus u. Okay. Do you see anything common among all of them? The degree of each of these polynomials is what? 1. Okay. So a polynomial of degree 1 is called a linear polynomial. A polynomial of degree 1 is called a linear polynomial. Okay. Some more examples are 2x minus 1, 3y plus 2, 5t plus 8, etc. Is that clear? Now try and find a linear polynomial in x with 3 terms. You would not be able to find it because a linear polynomial in x can have at most 2 terms. Okay. So any linear polynomial in x will be of the form ax plus b, where a and b are constants with a not equal to 0. So the general form of a linear polynomial is what? Ax plus b with a not equal to 0, and where a and b are real numbers. Understood? Now consider the polynomials. 2x square plus 5, 5x square plus 3x plus pi, x square, and x square plus 2 by 5 x. Okay. Do you agree that they are all of degree 2? Yes. A polynomial of degree 2 is called a quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. It is of degree 2. So a polynomial of degree 2 is called a quadratic polynomial. Can you write a quadratic polynomial in one variable with 4 different terms? No. You will find that a quadratic polynomial in one variable will have at most 3 terms. Okay. A quadratic polynomial in one variable can have at most maximum 3 terms. If you list a few more quadratic polynomials, you will find that any quadratic polynomial in x is of the form ax square plus bx plus c, where a comma b comma c are constants with a not equal to 0. Why a not equal to 0? If a is equal to 0, this term will vanish. 0 into x square, 0 into any quantity is what? 0. So it reduces to linear polynomial. That is why the condition is given as a is not equal to 0. It's a very important condition. Okay. So the standard form or the general form of a quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c with a not equal to 0 where a comma b comma c are constants. Okay, understood? Now we call a polynomial of degree 3 as a cubic polynomial. So a polynomial of degree 3 is called a cubic polynomial. And some more examples of cubic polynomials are x cube plus 5x square plus 2, t cube plus 5t square, s square plus 5 s cube plus 2s plus 10. Okay, these are some examples of cubic polynomials. So a polynomial with degree 3 is called a cubic polynomial. Now how many terms do you think a cubic polynomial in one variable can have? It can have at most 4 terms. Now the general form of a cubic polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d with a not equal to 0 where a, b, c and d are constants. Okay, the standard form or the general form of a cubic polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d with a not equal to 0 and where a comma b comma c and d are constants. Understood? Now that you have seen what a polynomial of degree 1, degree 2 or degree 3 looks like. Can you write down a polynomial in one variable of degree n for any natural number n? A polynomial in one variable x of degree n is an expression of the form a n x raised to n plus a n minus 1 x raised to n minus 1 plus etc. plus a2 x square plus a1 x plus a0 where a0, a1, a2, etc. an are constants with an not equal to 0. So this is a general form of a polynomial of degree n. Okay, the general form of a polynomial of degree n can be written as an x raised to n plus a n minus 1 x raised to n minus 1 plus etc. plus a2 x square plus a1 x plus a0 where a0, a1, a2, etc. an are constants with an not equal to 0. Understood? So far we have dealt with polynomials in one variables only. We can also have polynomials in more than one variable. For example, x square plus y square plus xyz is a polynomial in 3 variables. Okay, here the variables are x, y and z. Okay, similarly p square plus q raised to 10 plus r is also a polynomial in 3 variable, namely p, q and r. And one more example, u raised to 8 plus s square is a polynomial in 2 variables, namely u and s. Okay, you will be studying such polynomials in detail later. So that's all for today. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the online comment section. Next class we will discuss exercise 2.1. So keep watching. Thank you.